All right, welcome back to Central Valley Buzz, everybody. I'm your host, Chuck Leonard. Sitting here with me now, Michael Bogart for 21st Century Faith. How's it going, bud? How are you?
Very good.
What's happening?
Well, I'm so pleased. This is my 5th book out. It's called the 45-Minute Bible.
Oh, so you took the video and made it into a book.
Well, I greatly expanded the video into a book, yes. But the basic storyline, or I guess you'd say, theme of the book is the same. I took the script.
So you can read that in 45 minutes?
No, and I make a disclaimer, but it's a very brief read. The video is 45 minutes, but the book itself is, I don't know, you could probably read it in a couple hours, something like that.
Which would take, reading the whole Bible would take, I don't know how fast of a reader you are, but I don't know, a week or so?
Well, if you did it nonstop,
right.
But most reading plans of the Bible take you a year, where you read 3 or 4 chapters a day. It takes you a year.
Wow.
To do, yeah. So this, if you want a synopsis, this is sort of thing is the thing for you, yeah.
I know where it starts. I know where it ends. Tell me about the middle.
Well, there's a lot of middle, Chuck, but obviously it starts in Genesis, with Adam and Eve, and then it goes to Noah and Abraham, and then the patriarchs is the way Genesis is structured, and then Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. They're the rest of the Torah, which is the core of the Old Testament or the Hebrew Scriptures, and that gets you through the law portion and the Exodus and all that.
The scary stuff.
The scary stuff.
Yeah.
Then you get into the middle part, I guess you'd call it ancient Israelite religion, that Israel comes into Canaan, they settle the land, they set up a kingdom there. The kingdom gets split into Israel and Judah.
Why is that important?
Why is it important?
Why is that important to put in the 45-minute Bible?
Well,
what point does that make?
In terms of the way it applies today?
Now, don't you ask me a question when I ask you a question.
I'm trying to answer your question, Chuck. Well, it's important because human nature doesn't change, Chuck. I mean, it's been the same consistently for, the Bible talks about 4,000 years of, represents about 2,000 years of recorded history, and then there's been 2,000 years since then. And human nature hasn't really changed. People still are motivated by the same kinds of things.
Good and evil?
Good and evil. They make bad choices. They sometimes learn from those bad choices. The Bible is, if nothing else, and of course I believe it's a lot more, but if nothing else, it's a mirror that we can look into and see ourselves.
Tell me about something in the Bible that would ring true today.
Okay, you talk about the middle of the Bible. King David, greatest king in all of Israelite history. He wrote, maybe half the Psalms. I mean, he's still, remember, if you go to Israel today, you can stay
a psalm writer
in the King David Hotel. He commits adultery, big time.
He committed adultery in his own hotel?
In his own palace.
In his own palace.
And,
with who?
Well, with a woman that was married to one of his Secret Service agents, one of his own bodyguards.
Wow, so she was committing adultery with him.
Absolutely,
too.
Absolutely. And it was one of those things that rocked his kingdom. I mean, he never recovered from that.
I wonder if she said that.
Right.
King David, I'm going to rock your kingdom.
Well,
I think so.
She may have said a lot of things, but I don't know if it was that. But, that sort of thing.
Thou's kingdom.
That sort of thing happens today, Chuck. I mean, leaders fall, religious leaders fall, and it's right there, and you look in the Bible.
It's like Jimmy Swaggart all over again.
Well, it's probably worse because Jimmy Swaggart never committed murder to cover the crime, and King David did.
Uh-oh.
He killed her after he had.
He had her husband killed.
Oh.
So, it's one of those things where, you look in the Bible and you see some things that you don't quite expect.
Right.
There are parts of the Bible that are actually X-rated, if you want to put it.
Yes.
Indeed, So, it's a Bible that retains its relevance and its interest well into the 21st century.
It's amazing someone hasn't made a movie about it.
Right.
Well, there have been, but they tend to be B grade.
Yeah. B grade. Now, the 45-minute Bible is in a book now.
Yes, it is.
Are the other videos in book form also?
Yes, indeed. I've got one on Islam, one on Mormonism, one on Jehovah's Witness, and one on the New Age.
What is your best-selling one?
I think so far the Islam one has been the best.
Really?
But this is brand new, so we have yet to see any kind of pattern on that.
Why do you think the Islam one's selling so well? People want to educate themselves and really know what's going on?
Read the newspaper. I mean, almost every day.
really know, you can't read the newspaper, Mike, and find out what's really going on.
No, but I mean, it raises the issue of Islam and its presence in the world, and so people are very interested in that. And here I am, a non-Muslim, but I'm always having to say, don't blame all Muslims. The terrorism is not all of them. It's that significant group called the Islamic radicals. But people need to learn about Islam and what the differences are and all of that. So I sell a lot of those on Amazon and from my own website.
I bet you do. Hey, how much?
This book, I think that's going to sell for around $12.
About the same as the videos. Then.
Right, exactly, yeah.
You think these are good gifts?
Excellent gifts.
I bet you think they're great gifts.
Well, yeah. And people have been glad to get the videos, so I think the book will be a good read as well.
Awesome. It's mindcuisine.com?
Correct. Mind Cuisine, like brainfood.com. Go to the products tab. This isn't on there yet, but I'm going to put this up this week. And for the first person to email me at info@aspectministries.com, which is my nonprofit, I'll give you a free copy of this book.
Awesome. Every time you say that, it's amazing that you get responses from it. So thank you guys out there for participating. Hey, Mike, always good to see you.
See you, Chuck.
Michael Bogart, here with me every Wednesday. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Stick around.